Hola and salud. A beer ferry travels deep into southern Mexico and quenches his thirst with some liquid gold. Isla Mujeres is an island about 7 miles off the coast of Cancun on the Caribbean Ocean. Our first stop was the Isla Mujeres Craft Brewing Company, located in the Colonial District in the central part of the island. Greetings from a beer ferry. We're in Isla Mujeres, Mexico, across from Cancun, and we're at the Isla Mujeres Handcrafted Brewing Company. Let's head on in and sample some of the beers. We wanted to stay away from the heavier beers due to the hot, humid conditions. Also, hops are hard to find in Mexico, so hop-forward beers were a rare find. We chose to sample a lager, American Pale Ale, an India Pale Ale, and a double IPA for our tasting. So the first beer we're going to try is the Claro Que Si. It's a blonde ale with 5.5% alcohol. Good lager nose. Very refreshing with a slightly tart aftertaste. The next beer we're going to try is the Playa Norte. It's an American Pale Ale with 6% alcohol. As you can see, the color is slightly darker than the lager. Let's give it a sniff. Definitely more of a hop presence. Very well-balanced beer. Slight citrus, a little bit more lemon than a grapefruit. Our third selection is La Mordida. It's an India Pale Ale, and it clocks in at 7% alcohol. Again, a slightly darker color than the lager. Let's give it a sniff. Fresh hops, not too citrusy. Really nice dry finish, and a little bit of that classic India Pale Ale hop bite. Our next choice is the Mucho Macho, which is the heavyweight for the brewery, and it clocks in at 9.3% alcohol. Definitely a darker finish. For an double IPA, let's give it a sniff. A big hop nose, but certainly not overpowering. It's a big beer, but the finish is very, very smooth. Our final selection is the Teso Pirata. It's a rum and vanilla porter at 6.1% alcohol. Says it has notes of coffee, and as you can see, that's a beautiful brown color. Let's give it a sniff. Definitely has hints of vanilla and some coffee. Let's give it a taste. The vanilla is definitely there. Smooth finish. A very nice choice as far as porters are concerned. I'm sitting here with Raul Galan. He's the bartender here at Isla Mujeres, and he's got some information to share with us. Raul, Tell us how old the brewery is.
The brewery is around 4 years and a half. More or less, it took them a large process to get licensed for selling alcohol. But once the owners got it, they started this little tasting room, and so far that's how we're doing it.
And the owners are from the United States, is that correct?
American, yes,
okay.
that's correct.
From North Carolina, is it?
North Carolina,
okay.
and I do believe it's Asheville, the last place they live.
Okay, great. And you were telling us a little bit about the proposed beer garden that you're thinking about?
Yeah, there's a project of opening a beer garden. It's going to be a couple blocks from the current location. It's going to be a bigger place, and we'll have some games, some beer on tap, tasting room as well, and we'll show you a good time.
Do you think you sell more beer to tourists or to the locals?
Tourists, definitely.
Tourists, definitely?
Yeah.
Okay, great. In closing, you can sample the Isla Mujeres beers in their tiny tasting room, but you can't drink their beer on premise. So we bought a 6-pack, enjoyed a few beers curbside in our golf cart, and then returned to enjoy the rest on the balcony at our hotel. As discussed during the interview with Raul, when completed, the new beer garden could be the best beer drinking location on the island. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit our site at beerfairytales.com and on Instagram. Make sure to watch our upcoming series on what beers to drink and not to drink when visiting Mexico. From a beer fairy, salud.